Hi everyone, this is Ian Munro and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind this image called Watching You, Watching Me. Okay, this image, Watching You, Watching Me, was taken in an old mansion in the UK that we did a bit of research on it, and we saw the sort of condition because other people were visiting it, and I thought it'd make a great location for one of the first images for this character, myself, called the Journeyman. Now, when we arrived at the location, one of the rooms that I went into was this small sort of, do you know what, it's probably some sort of an ensuite bathroom back in the day, but there was such beautiful natural light coming through this side of the room. Now these long shutters, they're actually window shutters, and it gave off a real soft light just carrying through the room. And what I liked particularly most about it was the fact that down in the bottom corner, where over the years there's some brown dried leaves that have been blown in with the wind and everything else, and also this absolutely stunning cast iron bathtub with the disconnected pipe, which I thought was quite ironic. The actual colour palette in the room was fantastic, very subtle, subdued colour, and I really liked it. As for the character, there has to be a shot of me in the bathtub. It has to be fully clothed. When I got in the bathtub and I sat there, I realised that the room itself was literally probably from right to left was probably about 8.5, 9 foot by about literally just 5 foot. My first problem was getting the whole bathtub in, the wall and an element of the window shutter, because I really want to try and tell the story and direct you towards the right hand side of the shot where the shutters are sort of suggesting this is where the natural light is coming from, because of course it didn't need to be lit. There's a rather large gap from my head up to the top that had to be filled, and by this time I already thought that I could put a picture in a picture. Once I positioned the camera on a tripod, I realized that I had to shoot at sort of 17mm with an extra wide angle lens on a full frame sensor. With that came a lot of distortion. You can just see this side of the room and also this shutter. The converging lines really bent the picture in, really bent it in, and kind of spoiled the shot for me. Back at home, there was a lot of post-processing, correcting the verticals, etc. Okay, but it's shot at 17mm, and once I sat in the bathtub, the first shot that I took was actually the shot you see above, with my face looking quite shocked in this sort of pose. Okay, that triggered what I wanted to do with the actual shot itself. Once I checked the back of the camera and I saw my expression on this shot, I thought, wouldn't it be pretty cool to have a standard deadpan shot looking straight out the window? And by doing that, you've got the contrast between the two characters, and then realizing that the character that's looking out of the window, he's not knowing that the viewer is looking at him. But this character is looking straight back at you, knowing that the viewer is watching him. Hence the title, Watching You, Watching Me. So I thought that was pretty fitting, and it actually helped the title of the shot and the first shot helped me capture the whole shot itself. This is a little bit about the story behind that shot. It was taken in the UK on a dull and rainy day, and it's one of the first images from the Journeyman series. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you do and you have liked the story, there'll be many more to come, so please click subscribe and go and tell your friends.